Hey guys, Anwar here with University Magazine. Thank you so much for joining us for another video. Today we're going to talk about how to make universities and colleges cheap. Post-secondary education is essential, but those degrees don't come cheap. Attending university and college can easily cost you hundreds of dollars that you have to pay out of pocket. That means you have to borrow from the federal government or private lenders such as a bank, which will charge you hundreds of dollars. So today we're going to talk about 10 steps that will help you save on your tuition bills and help you put a little bit of money in the bank while you're in school. Number 10, go to community college, then transfer that credit to university or a college. For example, let's say you want to go to school for nursing. Why not do your first 2 years of nursing at a community college, then you do your basic requirement, then you transfer that credit to university or college, then you jump straight to a third year, then you graduate on time and you will have less debt. That means you're gonna save a lot of money, right? A lot of students are doing that now rather than going straight to a 4-year college, 4-year university. They go to community college, do the basic requirement there, and then transfer that credit to the school of their choice. That way they save a lot of money for themselves and then they will graduate with less debt. Look for a scholarship locally. Local university and colleges do offer a scholarship that's less competitive compared to the national one. That means you have a higher chance of getting a scholarship locally than at a province or at a state. For example, if you're from Colorado, if you apply for a scholarship in Colorado, you're likely to get it instead of applying the one for in California, right? So look for that. Also, it's less competitive. With the national scholarships, there's so much competition for it because you're competing against a bigger pool of people. But if you're applying locally, there's less competition in your local area. In Canada, make sure you go to scholarshipcanada.com or scholarship.com if you live in the US. Those two sites offer a lot of scholarship available to students in Canada as well as the United States. So for Canada, it's scholarshipscanada.com, and for the United States one is scholarship.com. There's so many scholarships. I just checked earlier, but I'm no longer a student, but there's so many scholarships. Make sure you check it out. Check out those sites so you can get those scholarships and bring down your costs. A scholarship will also help you pay less for university and colleges. Instead of paying, I don't know, $40,000, you might end up paying like $10,000 or $15,000 for your whole education. So make sure you look at those scholarships. Number 8, make sure you take advantage of student discount. A lot of students don't know that. Like if you sign up for Amazon Prime, you pay $4.99. Spotify, if you're a student, you'll pay $4.99. Apple Music, there's so many companies out there that offer 50% off for a student, or even the discount can go from between 10% all the way to 50%. That way you save a lot of money on your favorite clothing, your favorite subscription, or even food companies are offering 10 to 20% off. Make sure you show them your student card, your student ID when you're shopping locally. That way you save between 10 to 20%. Those little small amount adds up over time, right? So make sure you take advantage of the student discounts, right? So you're student there, but that's one of my favorite part of being a university student or a college student. That means you get a discount on everything you buy, right? Online or in school. Number 7, make sure you rent your book or you buy a digital copy. Don't ever go to the campus bookstore and pay the full price. When I was my first year of university, I didn't know where to buy the book, so I actually went to the bookstore and paid anywhere between $250 to all the way to $500 per book. Some of them range in thousands of dollars. But then my second year of university, I actually started finding websites that you can actually rent the book from for $40 a semester and then ship it back. Or you can buy a digital copy online, which is like very, very cheap. Then you can use that to follow up. Or you can also buy a second or the last year's version of the book, but it's still only a little bit of thing changed. So don't ever pay full price for your course books, because when you go back to the library, when you go back to when you go back to the bookstore to resell them, when you pay, like, so let's say you paid $500 for the book and then you go back to resell to the store, they might buy it back at $60, right? So it's like a car. When you drive it up the lot, it loses so much value. So make sure you rent your books online or you buy a digital copy. Number 6, join the ROTC program, Reserve Officer Training Program. That means you're going, aka the military. They'll pay for your tuition, fees, room and board, as well as you have to train with the military, and you'll get to choose what you want to major in: engineering, medical, etc. The list goes on. And the only commitment is that when you graduate, you have to serve in the military between 4 to 8 years. aka that means you're gonna have a job when you graduate. Literally, that means if you graduate in mechanics, you can have a job in mechanics in the military for 4 to 8 years once you graduate. That's the only commitment that you have to make them, because they have to get return on their investment. Number 5, go to in-state college or university. That means if you're from the state of Alabama, go to the school in Alabama rather than school in California, because they both have a different tuition rate. If you're from California, you end up paying less than the student from Alabama. Same thing in Canada. If you're from Alberta and you go to school in Quebec, you end up paying out of the province tuition rate, because I don't know why they do that, but you end up paying more because you're not a resident of that province and you're not contributing to the state economy. I'm not really sure why they do that, but if you stick to your state, you save more money. If you stick to your province, you save more money. For example, I know I'm from Alberta, but I went to school in Ontario, but I only paid the same rate as the people from Ontario. I did not pay extra fee, but it's different for Quebec, right? So keep that in mind. Number 4, make a plan to graduate within 4 years once you enter college or university. That means taking five classes instead of 3 classes per semester. If you do three classes per semester, it will take you longer to graduate. But if you do 5 classes a semester, that's 15 credit for your bachelor degree, you graduate within that 4 year. That means you're not going to be there for an extra year. You'll graduate on time and you pay the exact $10,000 to $40,000 and you'll graduate on time, right? So, but if you do 3 credit a semester, it'll take you longer to graduate, right? So you don't want that. You don't want any extra cost added to your student bill already. So 5 courses a semester, that is 15 credit for your bachelor's degree. So don't do 3 courses, do 5 courses a semester. Number 3, when you're in high school, make sure you take AP courses or advancement placement. That means you will be awarded a college or university credit. That means you might skip first year courses. That means you're gonna end up saving more money for your parents. But make sure you score 3 or 4 on your AP exam in order to get those credit in university, right? So you have to do really well. Does not mean if you take AP courses, you're guaranteed a college credit. Make sure you score pretty high on those AP exams. Tuition and fees can range between $10,000 to all the way to $40,000 for 4-year college or university, and that's very, very hefty fee for parents and college students to pay. Number 1, make sure you apply for financial aid based on how much you make, your parents make. They'll tell you exactly how much you qualify for. The earlier you apply, the better it is, because there's more money in the system at the early, like January or February, right? Instead of waiting all the way to October, the earlier you apply, the better it is for you. For example, let's say you apply and they give you $10,000 and your tuition is $15,000. If you apply early, it gives you enough time to make an appeal based on that decision. So you can ask for a review, and they're likely to increase how much you qualify through scholarship, grants, and federal student loan, right? So the earlier you apply, the better it is. And a lot of university counselors and high school counselors tell their students, apply early, the better. The earlier, the better it is for you. Thanks for watching, guys. Everything that I talked about will be in the description. Make sure you go check it out, those resources. Until we see you in another video, take care and bye-bye. Hey guys, Anwar here from University Magazine. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to our channel if you want more content like this, and follow us on our social media and turn on that notification bell. Bye bye.